Forget everything you thought you knew about sexual attraction. Science has uncovered shocking truths that turn conventional wisdom on its head. These 7 hidden triggers tap into primal instincts, sparking intense desire without saying a word. Master them, and you'll have an unfair advantage in love and lust. But be warned, this knowledge is powerful. Use it wisely, or risk becoming irresistible to everyone you meet. Let's dive in. The psychology of sexual attraction. Before we reveal the 7 hidden triggers, let's dive deep into the fascinating psychology behind sexual attraction. This knowledge forms the foundation of everything else we'll discuss, so pay close attention. At its core, attraction is driven by evolutionary instincts aimed at finding the best possible mate. Our brains are hardwired to pick up on subtle cues that signal health, fertility, and good genes. But it's far more complex than just biological imperatives. Neuroscientists have identified key brain chemicals that play crucial roles in attraction. Dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, surges when we're around someone we're attracted to, creating feelings of pleasure and motivation to pursue them. Norepinephrine, related to adrenaline, causes those telltale physical signs of attraction: racing heart, sweaty palms, and butterflies in the stomach. But here's where it gets really interesting. Our individual experiences shape these biological responses. Childhood attachments, past relationships, and even cultural norms all influence who we find attractive. This explains why beauty standards vary across cultures, and why we often have a type that we're drawn to. Psychologist Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love breaks attraction down into 3 components: intimacy, passion, and commitment. Sexual attraction falls primarily under the passion component, but it's influenced by the other 2 as well. Here's a key insight. Much of this attraction process happens subconsciously. Studies using fMRI scans have shown that our brains make judgments about attractiveness in milliseconds, long before we're consciously aware of it. We're often drawn to someone before we even realize why. This subconscious nature of attraction is why the 7 triggers we're about to reveal are so powerful. They tap into these deep-seated instincts and preferences, allowing us to dramatically increase our attractiveness to potential partners. Understanding these underlying mechanisms gives us a powerful edge. By aligning our behavior with these psychological principles, we can make ourselves more appealing on a fundamental level. It's not about manipulation. It's about understanding human nature and presenting our best selves. Now that we've laid this psychological groundwork, let's uncover the 7 hidden triggers that put this knowledge into action. Each one taps into a different aspect of attraction psychology, giving you a comprehensive toolkit for enhancing your appeal. 1. The Chameleon Effect. You've probably heard that opposites attract, but research shows the opposite is true. We're actually drawn to people who are similar to us. This phenomenon, known as the Chameleon Effect, is a powerful tool for building attraction. Here's how it works. Subtly mimic the other person's body language, speech patterns, and energy level. This creates a sense of familiarity and comfort, making them feel an instant connection with you. A study at Duke University found that people who were mimicked by others rated their interaction as smoother and more likable. But here's the catch. It has to be subtle. Obvious copying comes across as mocking or insincere. Try this. Next time you're chatting with someone you're interested in, match their speaking pace and tone. If they lean in, you lean in slightly too. It's a small change that can make a big difference in how attracted they feel to you. 2. The vulnerability paradox. We often think showing weakness is a turnoff, but counterintuitively, the right kind of vulnerability can be incredibly attractive. It's all about striking the perfect balance. Psychologist Arthur Aron discovered that sharing personal information creates intimacy and attraction. In his famous 36 questions experiment, strangers who asked each other progressively more personal questions reported feeling intensely close and attracted to each other. The key is to reveal just enough to create a sense of closeness without oversharing. Start with small disclosures and gradually open up more as you build trust. This creates a sense of emotional intimacy that's incredibly alluring. But remember, vulnerability isn't about being needy or dumping all your problems on someone. It's about showing your authentic self in a way that invites connection. 3. The Scarcity Principle. We value what's rare or hard to get, This psychological principle, known as the scarcity effect, can be a powerful trigger for attraction when used correctly. A classic study by psychologist Robert Cialdini found that cookies in a jar were rated as more valuable and desirable when there were only 2 left, compared to when the jar was full. The same principle applies to people. Being slightly unavailable or hard to pin down can increase your perceived value and desirability. But there's a fine line. You don't want to seem disinterested or play games. Try this. Don't always be available at a moment's notice. Have your own life, interests, and commitments. This creates a sense of scarcity that can make you more intriguing and valuable in others' eyes. 4. The power of anticipation. Anticipation is a potent force in attraction. It's why the build-up to a first kiss can be more exciting than the kiss itself. By mastering the art of anticipation, you can create an irresistible pull. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky found that dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical, peaks in anticipation of a reward, not when we actually receive it. This explains why flirting in the early stages of attraction can be so intoxicating. Use this knowledge to your advantage. Create moments of tension and release. Hint at future plans without revealing everything. Let your touch linger a moment longer than necessary. These small acts build anticipation and keep the other person thinking about you. 5. The confidence conundrum. Confidence is universally attractive, but here's the twist. It's not about being the loudest or most outgoing person in the room. True confidence is subtle and magnetic. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that confidence was more attractive than physical attractiveness when it came to romantic appeal. But it's not about bragging or showing off. Real confidence comes from self-acceptance and comfort in your own skin. It's about knowing your worth without needing to prove it to others. This quiet self-assurance is incredibly attractive. Cultivate this by focusing on your strengths, setting and achieving personal goals, and learning to be comfortable with who you are. When you truly believe in yourself, others will be drawn to that energy. 6. The authenticity advantage. In a world of carefully curated social media profiles and polished personas, authenticity stands out. Being genuinely yourself can be a powerful attractor. Research by psychologist Susan Sprecher found that people who were perceived as authentic were rated as more attractive and likable. This doesn't mean sharing every thought that crosses your mind. It's about being true to your values and showing your real personality. Here's the catch. Authenticity requires vulnerability. It means being willing to show your quirks and imperfections. But when you do, you create a deeper, more meaningful connection that's incredibly attractive. Practice being more open about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Let your unique personality shine through. You'll attract people who appreciate the real you, leading to more genuine and satisfying connections. 7. The mystery factor. While authenticity is crucial, maintaining an element of mystery can significantly boost attraction. It's about finding the sweet spot between being open and keeping them guessing. Psychologist Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love includes an element called passion, which is fueled by the unknown. By maintaining some mystery, you keep the passion alive and the other person intrigued. This doesn't mean being secretive or playing mind games. It's about revealing yourself gradually, always having something new to share. Keep learning, growing, and surprising them with new aspects of your personality. Try this. Instead of sharing everything about yourself up front, let information trickle out over time. Always have a new story to tell or a surprising fact to share. This keeps the other person curious and engaged, fueling attraction over the long term, putting it all together. These 7 hidden triggers tap into deep psychological principles that drive attraction. By understanding and applying them, you can dramatically increase your appeal to potential partners. Remember, attraction is about more than just physical appearance. It's about creating a connection, building intrigue, and tapping into subconscious desires. Use these triggers wisely and ethically to create genuine, meaningful connections. Now that you know these secrets, you have the power to transform your love life. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use this knowledge to create positive, fulfilling relationships based on mutual attraction and respect. If you found this information valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with friends who could benefit. And for more insights on relationships and attraction, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, Becoming irresistibly attractive isn't about changing who you are. It's about understanding these hidden triggers and authentically incorporating them into your interactions. Start applying these principles today and watch as your attractiveness soars to new heights.